848 South Stelling Road in Cupertino is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, a little under 1,600 square feet, and the lot's about a 7,800, listed for $1,184,800, and it's represented by a Cole Banker out of Cupertino. So just tour this one. So let's talk about the condition of the property. So this is kind of your classic one that's been remodeled, but selectively. So we have, you're looking at a 60s rancher that has, newer windows. The kitchen has been redone, not super high end, but definitely nice. Both bathrooms have what I call kind of cheater remodels, where the original showers or shower over tub are original, but they've changed the vanities, maybe changed some of the lighting, changed the painting, but didn't do a full gut job. So it's kind of, a half remodel from that standpoint. And then the rest of it is just a nice, solid ranch house all the way through, good floor plan. So I'm going to say condition is definitely an 8, 8.5, which is a nice solid house, certainly easy to move into. I think most of my clients would probably only, frankly, maybe take out some of the wallpaper, redo the carpets. Might be the only thing they would do to move into this house. I think that'd be the kind of the typical buyer. When you think of the cost structure, what you would do before you moved in. Backyard, you have to imagine the owners here have really nice taste. They have some beautiful outdoor furniture, and their potted plants are gorgeous. So you got to, when you look at that kind of backyard, I always say to my clients, strip all that out and just imagine how would you live when this thing is empty, and is it the type of yard that you like? I mean, clearly these people are gardeners. They keep this yard immaculate. So I'm gonna say the yard's definitely a 9. But the only thing that's kind of unusual, though, it's kind of surprising that the backyard actually slopes a little downward, which is kind of surprising. There's a little bit of a shift in the topography right around here. So again, you don't have, the flatness to make it real easy for, kids to kick around a soccer ball or something like that, but you definitely have the beauty and privacy is very tight on this. Okay, so then let's talk a little bit about location issues. Now, of course, Stelling is a busier street, so this is also on the corner of another way out of the neighborhood right behind it, so you definitely are exposed to noise. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. But remember, when you're getting these 3 grade schools, Lincoln, which is 980 on the scoring, Lawson is 979, and Monte Vista 956. I mean, all those API scores are, of course, just phenomenal. I mean, it's one of the best in the entire state. So trying to get those 3 schools and get a nice livable house, I'm not surprised with this price point, and I think there's certainly an opportunity that it might end up selling over the asking price. I mean, you're never going to get a crazy offer on a busy street. For instance, I just had a listing in Los Altos that was an awesome house, cul-de-sac, but back to Foothill Expressway. So we had 3 offers, but percentage-wise, it just didn't go that much over. And that usually is the realities of whether, if you have major issues with noise or locational issues, one type of buyer that usually doesn't show up for these is, of course, the buyer that has to have it at all costs and will, be very willing to set new pricing thresholds every single time. But again, I would say, though, that because this is a good turnkey property, there's going to be some potential competition here. But all in all, it's a great house with fantastic schools. I'm David Troyer with Intero. If I can be of any help, please let me know.